We are in the throes of what we would like to think is a late stage crisis, this pandemic. Nobody really knows that to be the case. We're just hoping that Omicron is the last gasp. But we have witnessed throughout the world this unprecedented disruption in virtually every economy and all of our lives. And it isn't over. We're in this roiling pot of disruption and fever, and there's no way to explain or understand the duration of this, but to say everybody needs to sort of settle down, be thoughtful and careful about how you spend your money, recognizing that everything's going to be a crisis if you let it. We have been terribly spoiled since the early 80s with very low inflation. In fact, in many categories in the consumer space, we've actually benefited from deflation, lowered prices, higher quality goods, lower prices, goods coming as a result of the globalization of the world with regard to goods and services. The seeds for inflation were sown when Trump began to start price wars and impose tariffs around the world. I don't know what he was thinking, if he was thinking at all, but in point of fact, consumers shoulder the outcome of tariff imposition in the form of higher prices. I don't think 7.5% is the end of it. I think it's going to continue to rise. Something disruptive going on in the world that further impedes supply lines that are being repaired. We're likely to see the rate of inflation become a bit more muted, but it will keep rising. And then we can expect at some point it will start to come down.
I mean, a few months of 7% inflation is not a disaster. What kind of the fear is what economists call inflationary expectations. When people start to think that prices are going to go up indefinitely, they start to behave accordingly. And it becomes kind of a self-fulfilling thing. Like, you think, oh my God, if I don't buy my favorite video game now, it's going to cost $10 more next month. So you buy it, demand goes up, and it feeds the inflationary machine. It hurts older people who are on fixed incomes, and inflation has kind of a way of making people feel like things are coming out of control a little bit. It sort of feeds uncertainty and fear a little bit if it gets too bad and continues for too long. So